Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I have this antique wrench that I picked up at a garage sale for $5. If you guys know anything about me, you know I love old tools, and these are just my favorites. Video on this coming out, or probably already came out by the time this is posted. So I love old tools just because their build quality, the way I have more of a personality, their material quality, just everything about them I like more to new tools. And how affordable they are, especially if you know how to clean them up like this and make them nice. So obviously I had to pick this up when I found it that cheap at a garage sale, and it's in good condition. So in this video I'm going to be cleaning it up, essentially giving it a facelift. I don't like to completely clean them and polish them up because then I feel like they lose something. I like this patina they have on them, so I just essentially clean them up so they're in really good working order, and then leave them as is. So in this video all I'm going to need is I have a can of just light gear oil for helping not rust, wire brush, some rags for our beeswax here. This is just, I'm holding too many things. This is feed and wax, orange oil and beeswax. It's like a wood finish, makes it look real nice. And then just some light sandpaper to sand off, like there's some paint spots or whatever that is here that I can't just scrape off. So getting right into it, I'm going to take the wire brush and just go at it. Now, you'll see the orange, that weird orangeness. That's what we want to get off. That's the rust. I am going to put on a respirator because I don't want to breathe that in. It is stuck on the hook. Okay. So I'm going to sound funny while I'm talking. But, you know, I'd rather sound funny than get lung cancer. Okay. Back to brushing. I'm just going to keep brushing until it stops coming off real orange. Getting the threads there. There's some gunk there where it's sat. Get that off. There's the top. The sides, the back. It's coming pretty clean. Now I'll bring it all the way down. So I can get in there. Alright, we should be good. Wipe all this up, wipe this off. I'm just getting the dust off while wiping this here. All right. Pop my respirator. I'm able to leave it on. I can still taste that dust. But I'm just going to put oil on it rather than to talk. So I'm going to oil the wrench up here. No, I'm not. I lied. I'm going to sand next. So this is just 150 grit. I'm just going to come around here and lightly sand. Lightly. Okay, that's all. That's about it. We don't need to sand a whole bunch. I'll take it and wipe off the dust. Wow, that looks already really nice. Look at that. So now, I have, this is a clean rag. Oh, ow. There's a splinter in it. This is a clean rag. I only ever use this for the beeswax, because you don't want anything else contaminating your finish here. So I'm going to take a little bit of this beeswax, if I can get it open. It's really thick. And where's beeswax come from? It's not honey. Is it like the ground up honeycomb, perhaps? That's like the juice. There it is. And we have to take a little bit of beeswax. Get it on the rag there. The phone is ringing. Ignore that. 1 second. It's a telemarketer, guys. So amazing. Just what I wanted right now. Anyway, beeswax handle. You can rub it on there in a gentle circular motion. I'm not pressing really hard. I'm not like grinding it in there. You're sticking down there. Nice and gentle. And don't be afraid to get a lot on there. I missed that spot with the sandpaper. That is not coming off. That is embedded in there. That's like a rock or something. Whatever. Adds character. So just get our beeswax really nice and in there. Rub it on. Get that out of the way. Get in there, and then you're supposed to get a little bit of excess on there. It's supposed to be like a decent amount. So I'm gonna, because it's gonna soak into the wood to protect it. So I'm gonna put a little bit more and finish up this. That looks really good. Wow. So now we have to let that sit for 20 minutes and then wipe off the excess. So next step, while that's drying, I'm going to try to avoid touching it too much. Use this rag to wipe off that. Notice I'm using a different rag, because this, I can get beeswax on this, but I can't get the oil on this on the beeswax. So I'm taking care not to touch the handle, just wipe this metal part. Next, I'm going to take, this is the gear oil. I'm going to put a little bit on there. I'm just going to rub it, because this will protect it from rusting again. We just got all the rust off, and this seals out water. It's like what WD-40 does. WD-40 keeps water out of the wrench so it doesn't rust. Or WD-40 keeps water out of whatever you put it on. It like seals, think like sealant on a deck, kind of. It keeps the water out, because oil is hydrophobic. It is particularly good at doing that. So I like to put the very lightest coating of clean oil on my wrenches and on my tools to keep them from rusting. And I've never had an issue with anything rusting. I did it to my vintage toolbox too. that had some really bad rust, and I slathered it in motor oil for that one, because that's just what I had on hand. Slathered it in motor oil, wiped off the extra, and it's perfectly sealed. The rust is still on there. Like I steel wooled it, but the rust still left like a scar, but it hasn't rusted anymore since I did that, which is the important part. And it looks really cool with the like rust scar, if you will. Okay, this is decently oily. Now I'm going to do the important part and oil the threads, because this will help the wrench function right. So we get some nice oil on there. I'm just going to roll up and down a couple times. I'll go up. And see how it's spreading it? It's exactly what we want. Need some more there. When it starts to get dry, just put some more oil on and keep turning. This wrench is very used. Obviously someone used the crap out of this thing. So it's not working perfectly, but that's perfectly fine. Also, something I just noticed, if you look down it, I don't know if you can really see that well on camera, but there is a slight bend this way. It's easier to see in real life, but there's a bend this way, which suggests someone had something that was really stuck and cranked on this wrench like this and bent it, which is really funny. It really is now. I said I was going to try to touch the handle less than holding the handle. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. The beeswax is already on there. It's doing its thing. I'm going to take this. I'm going to wipe off all the extra oil. Just wipe it on off. Do the same thing with the threads, because there's still the coating. There's still the coating of oil on there. That doesn't go away. It's just the extra oil that's going to get in your hands, get in your clothes. That's what I'm wiping off. And in 20 minutes, I'll come back with my rag for beeswax and wipe off the handle. But really happy with how that looks. It looks super nice. Maintained its patina, but its rust is gone. And that handle cleaned up absolutely gorgeously. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. And you guys have a great day.